What's good, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling well and are feeling blessed out there. We are back with another video. Man, it is Thursday. Hope it's been a smooth week for you. It's been a great week for me. Definitely changed the scenery, but I'm loving it. Feeling great, feeling empowered, feeling just vibrant. A lot of thoughts. That's always the case for me, but definitely have been circulating in my brain, and I just want to continue to share them and continue to push certain dialogue to further and grow. So, with that, today's topic is going to be on a movie, and that movie is The Matrix. If you are familiar with the scene of the woman in the red dress. Now, I'm probably the worst person when it comes to movies, being able to quote movies or going majority of my entire life not having seen a lot of staple movies. So, I'm not the movie connoisseur to be able to just go off and tell you different things about each and everything. But having a conversation with a friend not too long ago, it delved around this, and I remember at least going to check out the scene, and I'm like, oh, I've definitely seen this in skits or in memes and things of that nature. And it's ironic how I've heard it before in my industry and along with other colleagues, but I just didn't remember the reference was to this movie. But the woman in the red dress is synonymous and correlates to so many things in healthcare and just in general. Before I even dive into the healthcare aspect, the things in general which do tie into the healthcare aspect is the psychological lens and the visual lens that we have when we carry out in our lives. So with the red dress, it's literally this person is supposed to just stay locked in and focused on this one task that they need to get done, or the thing that's right under their nose, and figuratively, if you will, the thing that just best serves them, that is going to move the needle forward if we're trying to put it into that context. So the woman in the red dress, let's use these pens over here as a quick example. Let's say the green one is the thing you need, right? Stay locked in on it. And this is the thing that's supposed to be the red dress that's appealing, that sounds good. It's the shiny object, it's the distraction, it's all those things. Right? This is closer to me, this is further away. But a lot of the time our vision goes towards this versus the thing that's right under our nose. And going back to the psychological aspects, when we lock in and focus on those things and we pay more attention to this over this that's right here, this can even be just how we carry our daily lives. Like this right in front of us can be gratitude. This can be the ability to give thanks, the ability to be appreciative of the people in your life, appreciative of the health that you have, appreciative of your circumstances, even if it's not exactly how you thought it was going to be or how you thought it was supposed to align in your head, but what your current circumstances are, and just being appreciative for that. Having a roof over your head, excuse me, having food in the fridge, having water to drink from right under your nose. The distraction, or the red dress, if you will, this black pen, is the who cut you off on the road, who's about to piss you off at work, what you don't have in this lack mentality, the body that you want, the finances that you want, the relationships that you want, all these other things that are further away from what's right in front of you that can serve you. And our lens shows in that. It shows in our self-talk. It shows in how we communicate with people, whether we know them or strangers. And the thing right in front of us is, hey, I didn't get the rest that I wanted to, but I got a bed sleeping and I feel as rejuvenated as I possibly can, and I'm thankful. Versus I'm extra cranky and irritable. I am not going to slow down to just take a breath because I'm fortunate to even have air in my lungs. And any which way somebody looks at me incorrect, any which way that somebody doesn't do what I want them to do or what I'm thinking of in my head, if they don't get it right, I'm going to choose anger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just off of that concept alone, a lot of people can have a lot better lives and a lot better days if they don't just look at the red dress and they look at the thing that serves them right in front of them. And the interesting, funny thing is that's the umbrella that spearheads the whole rest of the spectrum, the whole rest of the list. Whether, again, going back to finances is just really on your brain and troubling you, a lot of anxiety is troubling you, your body and the confidence in the skin that you're in is troubling you. How I want to correlate it back to healthcare is, as a society, as an industry, in totality worldwide, our thing that serves us right in front of us that is fruitful and can be a great foundation for a lot of people versus the red dress. So what serves a lot of people, the one that's closest to me, this is the movement, not talking about gym equipment, not talking about access to resources. Outside movement, free. Eating quality food. Not saying you gotta just eat like a robot. Eating quality food fuels you, replenishes you, not the craziest or most expensive. Water, hydrating, feeding your body, your cells, not talking about, the 98 grams of sugar that's in a mocha latte or some energy drink, whatever the case is. Quality hydration. A bed. Doesn't have to be a $3,000 bed or some crazy sleep mattress, Tempur-Pedic. A bed. Sleep. Put the devices away, quality sleep. So we got movement, eat quality food, hydrate, sleep, do your best to not stress out. Life, a lot of responsibilities, um, capitalist society, talking about the US, like all those things are in that like cycle or the hamster wheel, or I gotta do this, I gotta do more, and all this. We still are given breath and we're given another chance, and that is all the reason to still give thanks and still be appreciative of what you got. Because some people don't have the circumstances that you have, and they wish that they were in your shoes, even if you don't feel like you want to be in your own. The other flip side, or the enticing distraction, convenience, which is a good part that we all want, but convenience of fast food at our disposal, even though we're going to pay for it down the line. You're paying for it regardless. If you think it's going to be cheaper to pay for that food now and it's convenient because it's quickly made, well, it's going to then be something that you have to pay when you're consistently sedentary and unhealthy and you may need medication or you may have a condition that pops up. It's not always how that works. It's not a one-to-one kind of correlation, but the favor or the probability are not in your odds when you favor that. Not moving when it's right in front of your face. You know you're supposed to do it. You don't need to be told. There's all the information on Google, YouTube. You have a best friend who's in shape who's trying to tell you, and it's still like, I'm gonna put this on the back burner because it's not as imperative for me to do this right now. Water, right at our disposal. Say I could go down the whole list if you know exactly where I'm going with that. Not only is those things I mentioned like for the thing that we do need, but even if I were to go through the things that are the distraction that we don't need, other parts of that equation that are the distraction, healthcare industry, as far as it's a $1 trillion industry. So they're going to be continuously pushing supplements, continuously pushing products that are needed. And it's like before you even get to the bells and whistles and the optimization and all the other stuff, distraction, have you trialed the foundational things and being appreciative of what's right under your nose? More times than not, if people even did that for 90 days, they could probably change their entire life. And we consistently live in the cycle of we're doing it for a week and it's not happening fast enough. And now with social media, we have this comparison game. And it's like, do I know enough? Do I do enough? Am I doing it at the speed that I think I should be? My peers are going fast. Like, we didn't have access to all these things. That's its own tangent. But oftentimes I'm trying to just remind you, like, we live in this way or this world where this is just so shiny and so majestic and whatnot. But look at this. I don't care if it's dull. It's repeatable. You can be confident in it and confide in it, and you should press that button and choose to do so. The last point, as far as going to the healthcare, is just continuous from the products. Everybody needs a Theragun. Everybody needs a cryotherapy membership, red light therapy. We need all the acupuncture. We need to be biohacking. We need GLPs. We need peptides. We need Anavar. We need all these things. And I'm like, have you exhausted all options? You get where I'm going. So the theme message to simplify, even though as always, I have my moments where I get a thought and a thought and a thought, and I try to bring them all back and connect them, is stop falling for the red dress. That is the end all be all. Stop falling for the red dress. Simplify your life. Figure out what is right under your nose. If you haven't done it in a while, journal. It would probably do wonders for how amazing you'd feel and how just refreshed you would feel by just showing appreciation and gratitude for your circumstances, even if it's not exactly where you want to be in, like the mountain peak that you see or the North Star that you see. Doing more compounding of that appreciation is then going to open your lens and brain to what you already have, to then really be keened in and focused and concise on what you do desire, and then surrender and relinquish it. Do the work that's necessary, but also have faith in that. And that is just from the psychological aspect of how you go from your day to day, how you perceive the world, and how you treat others throughout the day. But it really bleeds into all the other elements of your life, the relationships that you have, and seeing the gratefulness and gratitude within them, the financial situation that you're in right now, and the lessons that you can learn from that in this season right now, the health and things of that nature. The main thing is that you're not putting it off for tomorrow, what you can do today. You have that heart posture, you have that mind frame, and all the nuances that I talk about, and I've even mentioned in previous videos, which I always say, those are the intricate details that yes, you can start to polish as you get there. But if you don't got that first part, that this whole 9 minutes prior to this last minute that I mentioned, is very, very challenging to sustain it and stay consistent within that. So this is even my reminder. Majority of the time, it's just as conducive and fruitful for me as it is to share with y'all, fleshing out these thoughts and the thoughts and ideas and things of that nature. So appreciate y'all sticking around this long. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to hear or see for the rest of this week. And I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.